2a is 9 in base 10. 2b is 14 in base 10. 2c is 10 in base 10. It's kind of funny. 10, 10 in binary is 10 in base 10. 2d is 4 in base 10. And that just leaves us with a t. So I put a t under these. There's a couple different 2's. 5a is 32 in base 10. 5b is 51 in base 10. 5c is 45 as a base 10 number, and 5d is 56 in base 10. And that leaves you with the unused one, which is 47. So I put a b under this 5. It's the only 5. Number 8, I had to count the digits. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 digits. So that meant I had a 1 over here and nothing else. I have 128 and nothing else. So that's 128 in base 10. 8b is 171. 8c is 209 in base 10. And 8d is 252 in base 10. And even if you got all these right, there are some things about using a subtraction method that I'm talking about in the video. So if you have time and you'd like to learn a bit more about this, you could stay for the video. The one that wasn't used was O, and so underneath every 8, and there are several of them, I put an O under every 8. Okay, now let's talk about how I answered these. A 1 in the 8's place, no 4's, no 2's, but a 1 in the 1's place. So that's 8 and 0 and 0 and 1. That's how I knew this was 9. This next one, I have my 8. I don't have any 1's, but I do have a 4 and a 2. So for this one I have an 8, a 4, a 2, and 0 1's. 8, 4, and 2 is 14. This one is 10, but it's 10 because I have an 8 and a 2. I have an 8, a 2, and 0 1's. An 8, 0 4's, 1, 2, and 0 1's. 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 is 10 in base 10. And this one is just a 1 in the 4's place, and no 2's and no 1's, so that's just 4 in base 10. It looks like 100 because 100 is 10 squared. But since we're base 2 for binary, we don't square 10, we square 2 to get 4. This one is a 1 in the 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 1 in the 32's place, and nothing else. Everything else is 0, so that's 32 in base 10. I'm not gonna, let's see. I'm not gonna worry too much about the, this one, there's still a 1 in the 32's place, but there's also a 1 in the 16's place. And then 0 8's, 0 4's, but there is a 2 and a 1. So I have 32 and 16 and 0 and 0 and 2 and 1. Well, this is 48 plus 2 more is 50 plus 1 is 51 in base 10. This next one, 5C, I still have a 32, but I don't have a 16. I have 132, no 16s, 1 8, 1 4, 0 2's, and 1 1. So I have 32 and 0 and 8, that's 40. And 4 is 44, and 1 more is 45. That's 45 in base 10. This one I have 1 1 1 0 0 0, so I have a 32, a 16, and an 8, but nothing else. 1 1 1 0 0 0 is 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. Well, I'm going to associate to my advantage. 32 and 8 is 40, plus 16 more is 56 in base 10. And that leaves the 47, so there's a B under the 5. There's only one 5. When you look at 8A, we have to figure out what place value are we dealing with here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the eighth place value up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is why we made the table to go all the way up to here. That's the 128th place. That's 2 to the 7th power. Oh, I just realized something. I can erase without having to worry about erasing the blue because I already locked in the blue. All right, so if I have 128 and nothing else, that's just 128. 2 to the 7th power. Here I have a 128, 064s, 132, 016s, 1 8, 04s, a 2 and a 1. So I have 128 and 32. Those go well together. That's 160. And 8 more is 168. And 2 more is 170. And 1 more than that is 171 in base 10. That's that one. Next we have, I could have been doing this so much easier this whole time, 1101, 1101, 0001. I just had a brilliant idea. Alright, since this riddle's talking about a snake, I'm going to give you a secret word. Anybody who's watching this video, the secret word is rattlesnake. The secret word is rattlesnake. If you email me the word rattlesnake, you get 10 extra credit on your homework assignment grade. Dum dum dum. That's for being awesome students and watching the video and learning more. All right, there's 128 is 128. 164 is 64. 032 is a 0. 116 is 16. 08 is a 0. 04 is a 0. 02 is a 0. And 1. These add up to 80, so I want to take those first, because when I add 80 to 128, I get 208, plus 1 more is 209 in base 10. I just made myself happy with my rattlesnake idea. Now, subtraction method. Of course, I'll make myself sad if nobody emails me the word rattlesnake, but I have faith that there are at least 5, 6, 7 dedicated students watching this video. All right. If not, I'll cry myself to sleep later. These are not there. These are not there. But all this other stuff is there, all the way up to the 128. Now look, I don't want to play around with all these numbers. I want to do this. I want to think about what's the next place value up. 2 to the 8th must be twice as much as that, so 256. So when I see a number like this, I think of it as 256 minus, I almost said 3, but really 4, because if you filled up the whole thing, it would be 255, 1 less than 256. So if you take 255 and you subtract the 3 that we don't have right here, because there's no 2 and no 1, you get the answer, which is 252 in base 10. And that leaves you with O for 8. O, O, O,